10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Under the Covers concert series brought to you by Austin Underground and UTalent Records. Thank you all for coming tonight. Oh, geez. Oh, I had a little lighting malfunction right now in the studio. I hope you're all having a great night, a great Sunday night, a great off day if you're from the UT community. It's one of our off days right now from our finals. And speaking of UT, let me tell you a little bit about Austin Underground, about who we are. We are a music television show based out of TSTV, Texas Student Television, at UT Austin. We bring the latest music news, interviews, and live concerts like right now. So if you are new to the show, new to the community, make sure to stick around, drop a follow, drop a like, drop something. Whatever you can drop on whatever you're watching on, whatever platform you're on, drop that and stick around. We're happy to have you. We have some awesome artists tonight. We have 4 really great artists from UTalent Records. We have Luxray, Disco Cowboy, Susanna Jaffe, and Latu here tonight live to perform and to have a great interview with some of the staff from Austin Underground. I think it's going to be a great time. I'm really excited. I hope you're really excited too. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit also about UTalent Records. They're a great organization. Also on the UT campus, they work to raise up-and-coming artists within the UT community, to give them a voice, to give them a platform to grow their music, to grow their brand on. So yeah, definitely check them out. Also, give them a follow, give them a like, I'm not going to go through the whole drop of whatever for whatever platforms you're on. You know what to do. Go give them some love. They really deserve it. I've had a great time getting to know the artists and some of the people at UTalent Records. They're all so great and they're so nice, so kind. Yeah, all lovely people. So yeah, we're going to have a great time tonight. Cool. We're going to have our first concert starting soon, very, very soon. It's going to be from the one and only Luxray. Luxray is going to be performing first tonight. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited too. I wanted to let you know our sponsor for tonight. Tonight's concert series is sponsored by no one. It's sponsored by no one. We're not making money off of this. This is you're not paying for it. It's free. But this is, it's a fundraiser. If you wanna donate some money, if you wanna donate some funds, that money will be going. What? I'm sorry. Wait. I'm getting a call. 1 second. It's not. We're not. It's not a fundraiser. No one. But I thought we were. No one's getting them. No one. Are you sure? No one's getting money. It's not. I'll tell them. Okay. All right. See ya. Sorry, guys. Yeah. No. No. There's no fundraiser tonight. If you want to donate money, there's lots of charities out there. Go find some. This is just a great free experience for you to see some amazing artists, to see them perform, get to know a little bit more about them, get to see some interviews from them. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. And you know what? It's starting right now. We're going to head into our very first concert of the night. We have Luxray performing some great tunes. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys soon.
I'm crying 'cause I love love you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Under the Covers presented by Austin Underground. We hope that you have a good time. Y'all ready? Ha. Never been in love before. What the heck are freaking feelings, yo? Once upon a time I was a hoe. I don't even wanna hoe no more. Got you something from the liquor store, little luxury and some more. Try to open up a little more. Sorry if my heart a little slow. I thought that I didn't care. I thought I was loving bad, but baby, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm crying 'cause I love you. Got me standing in the rain. Gotta get my hair pressed again. I would do it for you, all my friend. Ready, baby? Wanna be my man? Wanna put you on a plane, fly you out to wherever I am. Want you on the low, I am ashamed. Now I'm crazy about to touch your name. I thought that I didn't care. I thought I was loving pair, but baby, oh baby, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm crying 'cause I love you. I'm crying, baby. I thought I didn't care. I thought I was loving pair, but baby, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm crying 'cause I love you. Hello, everyone. My name is Luxury, and that was 'Cause I Love You by Lizzo. So, the next song that we have up is a song that is about a boy who broke my heart not once, not twice, but 3 times. And he now lives in Arizona. So, this is the song that came out of that. I was afraid to let you go. So unsure of the unknown. A merry-go-round in my head, spinning wild. But you always seem to come back, say you need me, and you're sorry. And I always seem to take that, say it's okay, never leave me. But here I am, standing all alone, waiting for you to change. Say you'll stay, but now you're gone. Can't do nothing but walk away, walk away, walk away. Walk away, walk away. Your love was blind, I could not see. unseen. Yeah. Say you were true, then confused. Who are you? But you always were not ready. We're going steady with excuses, and I always overlooked that. Said it's okay, I'm here with you, but here I am standing all alone, waiting for you to change. Say you'll stay, but now you're gone. Can't do nothing but walk away, walk away, walk away. Walk away. My poor heart torn into, ripped to shreds over you. Piece by piece, this is I've shed. Thanks to you, I'm brand new. So here I am standing on my own. No longer need your change. Say you'll stay, but this time I'm gone. I have chosen to walk away. So by now, I bet y'all are wondering, who is this young man sitting next to me? Well, this is Brandon Kempf.
Hi, hello.
Brandon and I have known each other 2 or 3 years now?
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years now. We met at the theater company here in Bryan College Station. But Brandon has been a tremendous help to myself and many of us that use his expertise. Brandon is one of the most musically inclined and people that I know. That said, that song that we just played was Arizona, which was co-written by Brandon and I, and was vocally produced by his wife, Carrie Kempf. So they're like a husband and wife duo. We love to see it, don't we? But that being said, coming up in the spring, I am going to be releasing an EP titled The Spring Awakening, which is going to be all original music, which will also be co-written and co-produced by Brandon Kempf. And so we're very excited for that. We've been working really hard over the semester trying to get things kind of under control. And so we're going to be hitting the ground running here soon to get that project out for y'all soon. But that said, we are coming to the end of our set. And for those of you who know me and those of you who don't, you will know that I am a Beyonce stan. So there was no way that I was going to come on camera and not sing a song from the queen herself, Beyonce. So this is Crazy in Love by Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Honey. You ready? Mm-hmm. Baby, seems like everywhere I go I see you. From your eyes, the smile is like I breathe you. Helplessly I reminisce, don't want to compare nobody to you. Hey, thank you Austin Underground for having us tonight at your Under the Cover series. My name is Luxury. Let's go. I look at the stairs so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2 to 3 times in a row. It's such a funny thing for me to try to explain how I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, I still don't understand just how you love to do it, no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Hey, listen. When I talk to my girl so quietly, who we think he is? Look at what you did to me. Your tennis shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. It's the way that you know what I thought I knew. It's the beat that my heart's cause when I'm with you. I still don't understand just how your love can do it, no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you praise me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking, hey, to the bridge. Got me looking so crazy, my baby. I'm not myself, baby. I'm foolish, I don't do this. I've been playing myself, baby. I don't care. Got the best of me, and baby, you're making a fool of me. You got me sparking, I don't care who sees. Whoa, darling, looking so crazy. Church got me looking so crazy, crazy. Hey, 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 yeah. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you save me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love. Oh. Austin Underground, thank you so much for having us tonight. We hope that y'all enjoyed it. Y'all at home had a good time. My name is Luxury. This is Brandon. And check out our EP in the spring. I'm looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love.
And we're back. I'm back. Welcome back. We're all back. What an incredible performance that was from Luxray. They're really inspiring. What a great artist. Look out for their new music coming out soon. They're working on a new project right now, so make sure to stay tuned. I think I may have spoiled something because let me tell you, they are about to have an interview starting in 2 minutes. Let me tell you, that interview is going to be right here, so make sure to stick around. I'm going to be bringing you all the latest, all the news and everything. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Wow, I'm blown away from that performance. I hope you were too. That was just so incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna check in with the crew, see if we're ready to start that interview now. Let's see. Hop right in there. Hey there, everybody. Are you guys ready to start an interview? Cool. Let me switch over to y'all real quick. See if that. All right, y'all are good to go.
Luxury and my middle name Ray, and so that's how Luxury
Cool. So I know you just graduated last week.
Mhm.
So how does it feel finally being done with school, having your master's degree? How does it feel?
It's actually really interesting, and I say that because I physically feel taller, and I feel more esteemed and more prestigious. And I did not feel this way when I got my undergrad degree. But I mean, the world is falling apart, so I mean, it really doesn't feel much different. But I physically feel different.
So I know that you have a musical theater background and you're no stranger to live performances, as we just saw. So, how has that shaped you as a musician, and what artists in particular influenced you as an artist?
Yeah, so I've been singing since I was two. I grew up in church singing, and so that kind of just got the ball rolling. And I've done theater, musical theater, and I'm a really big performer at heart. And so that just kind of helped catapult me into being, an onstage presence. And then in terms of artists that inspire me, of course, the incomparable Beyonce Janelle Knowles Carter, honey. She is my number one inspiration. I mean, she can do no wrong in my eyes, and then her stage presence is one like no other. And then you have some of the vocal greats like Brandy and Jasmine Sullivan. And then I listen to a lot of country as well, and then the 1975. There's just so many that have inspired me, but Beyonce would definitely be my number one.
I completely agree, and that actually leads me to my next question. So, we're all dying to know what will your upcoming EP sound like, and is there any dominant genre? You mentioned country. What about pop, indie, dominant sounds?
Yeah, so the upcoming EP is entitled The Spring Awakening, and it is the first part in a four-part EP series that will center around all of the seasons because music sounds different in each season and people feel different in each season. And so the sound for this EP is very late 80s R&B, very inspired by like Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, and some of that synthesized R&B sound that they had back in that time.
All right, so now that you have graduated and you're free to focus fully on your artistry and on the future, what are you most excited about for next year and for the EP to finally come together and be released?
I think that's what I'm most excited about is for people to actually hear music that I have created and worked so hard on. A lot of people just found out about me being signed to UTalent, even though that happened like September 13th or something around there. And so just to have original music come out that I've worked so hard on, along with Brandon and Sam, that's what I'm most excited about.
And that also leads me to my next question. What is your favorite part about you talent? And overall, what do you like most about the music making process?
My favorite part about UTalent is being able to collaborate with other artists and see, other students and things like that who are in the same state as myself and just trying to have a creative outlet and release music and let the world know who they are. So I would say that's my favorite part. And then in terms of the music making process, I would have to say recording is actually my favorite process. Writing gives me a headache. Writing takes a lot, and I get writer's block often, and so I often have to call on like my other friends and be like, "Hey, Brandon, hey, Khadijah, like I need help on this verse or this chorus." But in the studio when I'm recording, that's when I'm most in my zone, and I can hear harmonies and start layering things, and it just comes super natural.
All right. And lastly, what is your ultimate goal as an artist? And who is someone that you're dying to see live or someone you really would like to collaborate with when you really make it big?
Yeah, so my ultimate goal is to be an international superstar, Annie, because the world deserves to see me, and I'm not gonna hide it from no mouth, okay? And then someone I'm dying to collaborate with, of course, my answer should be Beyonce, but it's not, and that's because I want to keep that uh, enigma effect to her, like that goddess like quality that she carries. And I feel like if I collaborate her with her, then it won't be that anymore. So I would have to say that a really good writer that I love is like Frank Ocean. And Jasmine Sullivan is also another great writer. And so collaborating with Sam and like Esther Dean and all these great writers in the industry would be what I'm looking forward to. And then an artist that I'm looking forward to see live, which I know shocking, but I have not seen Beyonce live yet because I've always been busy every time she's gone on tour. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And then of course the 1975 is top of my list. I've seen them once, and then I was supposed to see them again this past May, but of course Corona stopped everything, so we didn't get to go.
All right, and I think we'd all love to see Beyonce live. I mean, so that's all we have. We are very excited to see what you come up with in the future and see your rise into stardom, international superstardom. And
Period.
so, ladies and gentlemen, this is Luxury, their big debut. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
I
Bye.
I hope you all are too. I hope you're all really excited for this next performance with Susanna Jaffe. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm really excited for it. And as I was saying before, I think that everyone needs a little bit more uh, Beyonce in their lives. I think Tony and Luxray were absolutely, totally right about that. So Beyonce, if you're hearing this, and I hope you're hearing it now, because I'm being told by my production in my ear that I may have been muted before, but Beyonce, if you're hearing this, uh, please go on tour as soon as possible. We all need you to make the world a little bit better. We all need to see you. So, absolutely, please, please. You see these eyes, Beyonce? Please. I'm begging. Don't make me cry. I will. We need you. I'm gonna cry now. Give me. All right, I'm back. So we have an incredible list of artists tonight for you guys to hear. We have up next Susanna Jaffe, followed by Disco Cowboy, and to close the night, Latu. So make sure to stick around. But right now, we're going to have a performance by Susanna Jaffe. So let's get right into it. I'll see you guys soon.
And then if we make it all through, what are we starting with?
Yeah, I was gonna ask your guitar was in too. Hi, my name is Susanna Jaffe. I'm gonna be singing some tunes for you today. The first two are unreleased. They're gonna be on my upcoming EP, and the last one is for my last EP. If you like any of it, you should follow me on Spotify. Yeah. Okay, this first song is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you hanging by my side. 6, 7 times I called you, worried that you died. Still I'd be buried in your unwashed sheets inside of your broken bed in your broken home. At least you're mine. Wish I could comb your dirty hair behind your eyes, or brush your teeth to help you smile one last time. I'll take your place, I'll take your pain, you take mine. Give you my flesh and blood, I'm used to it, it's fine. So why can't you just stop? And why can't you just turn it off? I'm hollowed out, flimsy and unseen, 'cause your life is all my means to me. Sometimes I think back to that night when we first met. You seemed so sweet and unassuming, like a little kid, until you looked at me with your tired eyes and said, only 6 shots in of some stolen gin, wishing I was dead. So why can't you just stop? And why can't you just turn it off? I'm hollowed out, flimsy and unseen, 'cause your life is all my means to me. The stain of old beer and the smell of old cigs on your clothing. I can't watch you drown, but I'll give my life to keep you floating. No, I can't watch you drown, so I'll give my life to keep you floating. So why can't you just stop? And why can't you just turn it off? I'm hollowed out, flimsy and unseen, 'cause your life is all my means to me. This next song is called Backseat. It's on my upcoming EP, so if you like it, follow my Spotify and you'll get a little notification when it drops. Yeah, enjoy. Throw all your nail polish against the wall, just like you did in that fight with your mom. I thought things would be less hard, 'cause girls are so soft, especially 'cause we've been friends for so long. 60 miles down the highway, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving today. I'm usually perceptive, at least that's what you'd always say, but I didn't notice you lying on my face. Maybe you feel bad for what you did, or maybe you're just manipulative. Adele, did you think of me? Kissing him in the backseat, kissing him in the backseat, kissing him in the backseat, kissing him instead of me. Under the red lights, I showed you everything. Me, my body, and all the in-between. But you had no problem just pretending, oh, that we were nothing, that we weren't anything. Claire said it's not worth risking a friendship, but the truth is no friend would do this. Wish we hadn't got lost that night on E6, because now I've got your perfume in my mouth and I can't take it, I can't take it, no. Maybe you feel bad for what you did, or maybe you're just manipulative. Adele, did you think of me? Kissing him in the backseat. Maybe you feel bad for what you did. Oh, Adele, did you think of me? Kissing him in the backseat, 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 kissing him instead of me. This last song is called Nobody Wants Me Tonight. This is for my last EP. It's on all streaming platforms, so if you like it, go stream it. I always end up back in that summer. That day I got lost in the woods. I lay down and cried for what seemed like forever. Ooh, was a day to forget, but I never could. Now it feels like tonight is a jungle with the sky too heavy to hold. I don't know which way to turn for my survival. Yeah, I'm deep in the dark, falling apart, lower than lonely, 'cause nobody wants me tonight. Deep down I know I should know better. No one is worth losing myself, but everything mattered when we were together. Right now I'm lost and I'm crying for help. Now it feels like tonight is a jungle with the sky too heavy to hold. I don't know which way to turn for my survival. Yeah, I'm deep in the dark, falling apart, lower than lonely 'cause nobody wants me tonight. Tonight is a jungle with the sky too heavy to hold. I don't know which way to turn for my survival. Yeah, I'm deep in the dark, falling apart, lower than lonely 'cause nobody wants me. I'm deep in the dark, falling apart, lower than lonely 'cause nobody wants me. I'm deep in the dark, falling apart, lower than lonely 'cause nobody wants me tonight. Yeah, nobody wants me tonight. Yeah, nobody wants me tonight. Thank you for watching. Was my yodel bad or was it good? You know.
And we're back. Whoa. He learned how to unmute a mic. Incredible. Welcome back to the Under the Covers concert series brought to you by Austin Underground and UTalent Records. That was Susanna Jaffe. What an incredible performance by her. Insane. I loved it. I hope you guys loved it too. And I'm so incredibly grateful that she is able to join us tonight for an interview. I am going to go head over there right now and see if our Austin Underground associate is ready for us. Let's check it out. If I can click on buttons on the computer. The answer to that is yes, I can. Incredible. All right. Hey guys, are you ready for your interview? All right, I'll send it over to you guys.
Joe here with us. I hope you guys liked her performance. It was really stunning, for real. I couldn't even look and practice my questions for you tonight. I was so stuck into your performance. I've never seen a pink suit in my life, but you totally rocked. How did it feel performing in your garage? Just completely different scenario than usual. So how is that?
I mean, it's weird like performing for no audience, you know, because like you're still trying to like be engaging and stuff, but it's like literally just like me and my guitarist Brendan and the camera. But like it was fun. I mean, it's like nice to just like run through a set and like be playing new songs and stuff. So I enjoyed it for sure.
It definitely seemed like you were having a good time on there, and I think that's the best thing about just making music, that you can really express yourself and all that. But your semester's finally over. How do you feel? How was everything? What overall take on this crazy semester? I know it's been quite a year, so I just want to hear what you've been thinking.
I mean, it hasn't been a great semester in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously, like we're going through an insane experience, like no one knows how to like deal with or cope with. But it's also given me the opportunity to like sit down and get a lot more into my writing. And so I've gotten to write like a lot more songs than I've ever have in the past. And so, you know, that's like one silver lining of like having to spend so much time like alone with myself. So, you know, it's had its perks. It's had its pros and cons.
Yeah, for sure. I think staying at home is good and bad, I think, for everyone. But earlier in the year, you talked to Daily Texan about quarantine and how that's affected your music and your image. Can you talk to me more about how going from when you had that interview versus today, how has your growth come so far from then?
I think I've just become a lot more, even more secure in like the sound that I'm developing and like image and all of that that goes into like becoming a musician. I think in the beginning of quarantine it was when I really started writing songs on my own for the first time because I've always co-written with my dad in the past, and so I was like pretty nervous and kind of insecure about the stuff I was writing, but just like more and more as I started cranking stuff out. I became a lot more secure in that. And even since that last interview, I think I've also learned a lot more about like in terms of production, like what kind of sound I'm going for. And I've started like having a little bit more of a role in the production of my songs, which has been like really enjoyable. And yeah, I'm super excited for everything that I'm working on right now. I've definitely just been like diving into like recording as much stuff as possible, especially since that interview. I've been just like, on that grind.
Yeah, I think I could hear it that you've been singing a lot lately and everything.
Yeah.
You just mentioned your dad and you talked about how you in the past only wrote with him. So now that you're taking more of that role as you're becoming your own artist, how has he influenced you in your music and growing up? What kind of connections did you guys have and who did you bond over if there was any artist that you did?
Um, oh God. Okay. Well, my dad he's just like taught me so much. I mean, when we first started co-writing together, it was like a way for us to like bond and like talk about stuff I was going through without really talking about it. And so I think he really taught me how to be vulnerable in my songwriting because like at least for me, I know the music I connect with the most is like what feels the most like raw and personal and intimate. And so like he kind of taught me how to like open myself up and like get those words out on paper and like make them into a song. In terms of like who we bond over musically, like he introduced me to Patty Griffin, who is kind of like a small, like she's not small, but she's like a local-ish musician, she's like singer-songwriter musician, and like her lyrics are like super poetic and often like super heartbreaking. And he started like playing music like that since I was like a kid, and also like Adele and Amy Winehouse, like growing up, we really like bonded over our shared love for that. Like the Adele 19 album was something we definitely shared together, and I feel like I'm influenced by her a lot in my writing. Yeah, I kind of forgot the rest of your question.
No, it was perfect. I like that you guys bonded over these very like powerful vocalists and
Yeah.
just hard hitting presence that they've had throughout their whole like careers. So it kind of just reflects on what kind of artist you are and the artist that your dad put you on since growing up. And it kind of reflects on your music. And we saw that tonight with some of your unreleased music that you performed for us tonight. That was amazing. I'm sorry. I think I'm fangirling right now. I'll try to control it. But I'll admit, I've done some stalking on your socials. I'm not trying to be creepy or anything. It's for the interview. But you're always giving your fans some sneak peeks on your music, some lyrics. I don't know if you performed those tonight, but what's in the works? What is something? And you had something drop a few days ago as well. I just remember. So tell us about that and how creating music has affected that in these past few weeks and so forth.
So I do have a lot of stuff in the works right now. The two songs that I sang tonight are I'm hoping to release as two singles for my upcoming EP kind of in a few months. They're both being produced right now. So hopefully soon I'll be releasing those. I'm super excited about those songs, but I've written like 10 other songs since those two that I'm trying to get produced and recorded. So I've just been like really working on that a lot. And repeat the last part of your question one more time.
You had a new song released a couple years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Tell me how that song was and how just making that song because I know you collaborated with someone. So how did that work out?
Because of quarantine, I've like been able to work with people like distance. Like I've done a few collaborations with people like who live in LA or like Atlanta or like wherever because like I have a mic, I have a like garage band, so I just like record vocals and we'll like text about your FaceTime about like what kind of song we want and like work on lyrics together, which has been like a super unique experience and like honestly really cool to see the stuff that comes out of that creatively. And so the song that I put out a few days ago, this guy on Instagram just, DM me and was like, listen, like, I really love your voice. Here's some of my stuff. Like, would you want to work on something together? And I was like, yeah, that would be really cool. Like, I love collaborating with like kind of like anyone. Like, I think it's just fun to like make music. So we just kind of talked about what kind of sound we were going for, what we wanted the song to be about, like something we could both relate to, and then wrote our own verses, like got feedback from each other, and then just like sent like recordings back and forth until we were able to like put together a song. And yeah, it's called Coexistence. If anyone wants to go listen to it, it's kind of about like being in a codependent relationship, which I think is is a thing that a lot of people can relate to, especially like when we're young and first getting into serious relationships. But yeah.
That's really interesting. I could just hear it, the emotion and the raw talent that you put into your music. So I think that's just incredible. And I definitely hope people tune in to you more after this. But as far as like who you are as a person, Susanna, the culture here in Austin is crazy. And I know you grew up here. So how has the city influenced you and your music overall?
Totally. I mean, Austin is like such a huge part of who I am. Like my family, like we live here because my dad wanted to be a songwriter. And so like ever since I was really young, like I remember going to like songwriting competitions and just like shows with him. Like we used to go to Threadgill's a lot, which has sadly closed, and like Strange Brew Lounge Side, which is also sadly closed. Like a lot of kind of like older Austin music venues that I would just like be around all the time as a kid. And my parents were just like constantly taking me to shows. And a lot of it was like a lot of like singer-songwriter bluegrass, which I feel like kind of is more true to like how the live music scene used to be in Austin. But I mean, I love the live music scene now too. There's a lot of like indie pop and indie rock, which like I love that so much. But I definitely just think like being surrounded by it my whole life has I'm really grateful for that, because it's just kind of made it clear to me since I was really young that like I love music. It's something that I'm passionate about, something that I enjoy, and like I'm really glad that I go to UT so I can like get to know the UT music scene and just like get even more submerged in the Austin music scene, because it is something that I've grown like so fondly of and grown up with my whole life. So yeah.
That's cool. I like that you mentioned how being at UT and also growing up with your dad and seeing like the deep roots of Austin growing up. How does that go hand in hand with your latest music and your last the last music you directed? How has that influenced that creation that you recently made and everything else?
The music video, you mean?
Yes. How did that affect everything?
Well, I mean, okay, so specifically with that song, Nobody Wants Me Tonight, I mean, I feel like that has a lot of kind of like folk R&B influence on it. And that's a song I co-wrote with my dad about like a bad breakup a few years ago. And in terms of the music video, like I filmed that at like, it's actually like an Austin landmark, the house that I filmed it at. And it's like, it's my friend that I've known since I was like 7 years old, like her grandma's old house or something. And so I got to direct and produce that video, which was like a crazy experience. And, it was a lot to take on, because it was literally like a skeleton crew. Like it was me and like 3 other people just like kind of scraggling to like put this together. And I was like, all the extras in it were my roommates, but like, I'm really happy with like how it ended up. And yeah, I mean, it was like an amazing experience. And I got to work with like some local Austin creatives like Denise Prince, who is like a really amazing artist in Austin, who helped with the costume design. And yeah, I felt very lucky to be able to, have that experience and make what I did.
You're definitely on the move this year for sure. A lot of people were just stuck at home, not finding a way to work and do stuff, but you definitely beat the odds with the whole idea of like quarantine, and you expressed yourself through music, definitely. And so you created music, you were directing, and you're overall finding an image for yourself. Mm-hmm. So with that recap, and it's December, couple of days till New Year's, I just want to know, what was your biggest accomplishment of 2020, and what do you hope to accomplish next year?
Um, I think on a personal note of accomplishment, I just had a lot of like self growth and coming into myself and like accepting myself and just learning a lot about myself, especially during quarantine. But I also feel so that I feel like was a huge accomplishment for me. And kind of like on a professional level, I mean, the music video was something I was really proud of, but more so like just really letting myself start like writing on my own. It was something I was really, really scared to do because I like hate doing stuff that I'm not good at or like I don't know that I can like do perfectly. And so like I refused to write songs on my own up until quarantine. And so this past year, like I'm honestly just really proud of like all the songs that I've written because they all are so personal to me and they're all like I think really beautiful songs that I'm so excited to share with everybody. Um so yeah, I would just say everything I've written, I'm like really proud of it.
And for next year, you're planning on that EP. Do you have any idea? Are you thinking of when to release it, or is that still completely in the works still?
I think I'm probably going to release the first single of the EP in maybe a month or two is what
In a
I'm
month or two.
thinking. And I'm so excited. I've been sitting on this one song for so long and I'm so excited to share it. It's like very much inspired by like Bags by Clara, which was my number one song on my Spotify Wrapped. But yeah, it's like kind of a different turn from all my music that I have out so far. It's like definitely more of like an indie pop rock vibe. And I'm super excited to explore that more. And I think my EP is going to have a pretty big range of like genres and sounds, which I personally am a big fan of. In other people's EPs, I like a nice range to them. So yeah, just definitely be on the lookout and like January, February, I'm gonna be putting out some stuff that been months in the making, super personal stuff that I just think is gonna be awesome. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure here at AU we're going to be the first to listen on it, and we're going to make sure everyone gets to hear it, Susanna. So before we end this interview, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to have you here, and it was an amazing performance. And thank you for letting me interview you. So to end this off, I just want you to take the stage and let us know what you have right now and where we could follow you on social media before we close.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. This has been such a cool experience. And you can follow me on Instagram if you just search up Susanna Joffe. Probably easier to find me by my last name. Honestly, it's just Joffe. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple Music, like Amazon Music, like anything. You can find my music on there. And if you want, it's like so helpful if you follow my Spotify. That's like the best way to support independent artists, is to follow the Spotify. So if you want to do that, share it with some friends, and then you'll get a notification when I release the songs that I perform tonight. Yeah, you'll get a notification, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Susanna. I'll definitely be getting on your Spotify right now. And everyone else at home should definitely do the same thing as well. So, thank you. This is an interview with Susanna Joffe. This is Melanie Herrera. Thank you for seeing Under the Cover content series by Austin Underground and UTalent Records. Now let's go back to Nick.
And I'm back. Hello. That was a test of that was the Fitness Gram Pacer test, and you all passed. Congratulations. welcome back to the Under the Covers concert series. I am Nick. I am your host. I'm one of the executive producers here at Austin Underground. And what a great interview that was with Susanna Jaffe. I have a soft spot in my heart for Austin artists. Growing up here in Austin myself, Thread Grills, rest in peace. Wow. I'm going to get emotional again to think about that. Wow. So sad. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. I know all the artists really appreciate it. I see you're all chatting up in the chats for the YouTube stream, for all the other streams. If you have any questions that you'd like answered on the stream, this is live. So if you have any questions for the upcoming artists such as Latu or Disco Cowboy, which will be coming up next, feel free to type them in the chat, and then they probably won't answer them, but I will. I will try to imitate their voices, and then you can close your eyes and it'll basically be the exact same thing. It's it's the same. You close your eyes. I could do a good Disco Cowboy, maybe. We'll see. Maybe later you ask some questions, we'll find out. Or maybe we'll get the artist to answer them, maybe, if you have some questions. We'll see. Only if you're really nice about it. Who knows? Oh well, our next concert is going to be starting in around 8 minutes. Make sure to stick around. Until then, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the organizations that are bringing you this concert series tonight. Just a little bit of background so that you know what's going on. So you know what we're doing here for everyone that's tuning in right now. So I am here with Austin Underground. We are the hosts for tonight. We're a student-run television station based out of UT Austin, out of the Texas Student Television Network. We cover music news. We interview artists like what we're doing now, and we overall we cover everything music in Austin and beyond. So make sure to drop a follow, a like, or any of those sort of things if you're enjoying this sort of content. We have so many interviews already on our YouTube page, on all of our pages. You can check them out. If you're missing all of that artist connection that you get with concerts, with live concerts, I know I am. I'm really missing that. That is one of my favorite things in the world. I'm sure if you're listening right now, that's one of your favorite things to do also. I had an experience. I don't know if you guys have done this. Let me know in the chat if you have. But I went to a drive-in concert, which was really, really interesting. It was sort of like, it was so similar, but yet not at the same time. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but basically, it had everything that a concert should have, right? It had a big stage, it had the giant speakers with the booming bass, and it had people, but everyone was so spread out. There were so many cars, but they're way in the back. They're spread out so far. The one thing it's missing is a giant group of sweaty people that are pushing on each other, which it adds to the experience. It definitely adds to the experience. I know at the time it could sort of be like, this is pretty disgusting, all these people around me, but I feel like overall it sort of adds that vibe of community when you go to see a concert, which was not something that was there at the drive-in concert, but it had the same feeling when I was walking towards the stage, and you can feel the bass, you can feel it hit you, sort of like the exact same of when you go to an actual concert. It's just boom, right there. And it brought me back. It had this exact same feeling as an actual concert, and that was crazy. So I think the moral of the story, the reason I'm telling you all this story is I want you all to go to Home Depot, buy about 50 speakers, set them up in your house, and then plug your laptop in. It's going to have the exact same effect. You got to trust me with this one. You stack them up like 20 feet high. You get like 5 columns worth of these speakers. You plug them into your computer. And then when you're listening to these concerts, you will fly 50 feet backwards. And it's the same effect. And then I will come over and I'll get a t-shirt and I'll drip some sweat on you, and it's the exact same feeling. It's the concert that you miss, that you love, that feeling. I'm here to help you recreate that. So if you want that to happen, drop a follow, drop a like, Austin Underground on YouTube and all of those. And I will personally do that. That will happen for you. You got to trust me. It's not going to happen. It's not. This is the longest joke I've ever told. That's not true. I could tell a longer one. You want to hear it? No, you don't. You want to hear a concert. And that's what's going to happen right now. We're going to start this a little bit early. I got the okay from the production team that we can start up the next concert right now. Next up, we have Disco Cowboy. I'm really excited for this one. I know that their performance is their setup. You're going to see it. They're set up in a with covers. It's a fort. It's a pillow fort. I'm so excited for it, and I hope you're excited too. This is the Under the Covers concert series. I'm your host, Nick, and this is Disco Cowboy. Stick around for more.
Guidance like a hero's cake. I got it. scrape your knees, remembering how it's deep. Honestly, it's so hard to find a way back to the way I felt when I was holding you. It's really killing my brain. Everyone always picks apart the night and the day, but I think they sort of feel the same. The dark has more consistency. Is it everything you wanted? 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 Wanted, wanted,
And we're back. Hello. I'm Nick. We're back. Welcome back to the Under the Covers concert series. I'm Nick, your host. That was Disco Cowboy. For those of you looking for a link to that artist, that was Disco Cowboy on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that. She's going to be telling you that soon because we have an interview, a live interview with her coming up next. I really love that performance. It's such a vibe. As I was saying before, the Pillow Fort, what an aesthetic. I wish that I constantly lived in a Pillow Fort. It looks so comfy. I was definitely reading through chat the whole time while vibing to that and watching. So I see you guys. I see you guys watching this right now. If you have some questions for Disco Cowboy, now would be the time to tell me so I can do my Disco Cowboy impression before the actual interview. Really, I'm really looking forward to this interview. She's becoming one of my favorite artists, and she's a really great person, super funny. Yesterday, she told me that she thought my last name is Butter, and asked if I patented butter when I invented it. Well, a couple things I should tell you. Yes, I am the inventor of butter, but it's not my last name. It's a coincidence that my last name is Butler, but I also did invent butter. Didn't patent it. I wish I did. I lost a lot of money making butter. Don't ask how I invented it. It's a long story. It gets a little graphic. I don't want to get into details about it, but do not ask how I invented butter. Don't ask. But anyway, we're gonna get right into that interview right now. Let's see if they're ready for us. I'm gonna hop in there. It looks like they are. Hey guys, you ready? All right.
What a great performance.
Yeah, I love hearing you perform. I've been listening to your music a lot recently, and I love the pillow fort. Great touch.
Hey, thank you.
So we have a few questions for you today, if you would be so kind to answer them.
No.
No? Okay.
Well, first of all, how are you doing today? How was your semester?
I will not lie. I told you this earlier. I was curled up in a ball in pain on my bed for like a solid hour, and I was like, I got to do an interview. I was holding on. I feel great though. I feel better now.
Good, I'm glad.
Life comes at you fast.
So I guess our first question is, who's your greatest influence when it comes to making music?
It changes so much, but I'm gonna give it to Phoebe Bridgers right now. She is just so awesome. She's a great songwriter. Like I think that's something I always look for in an influence is how well they can write a song lyrics wise, and she just like blows me away every time. Not a bad song.
Do you have a favorite song by her?
I think the first time I heard her song Did Me More, I was like thrown off for a week. I was like, this is awesome. Probably that song.
Oh, I agree. I love that song.
Yeah.
Also, why did you choose the name Disco Cowboy, and is there any meaning behind it?
There is no really cool, super deep, intricate explanation behind that. I will say last year I did have a bit of a cowboy phase during the October month. Lots of costume parties. It's a great costume to just throw on. And it's just really fun, you know? You get to like, I kind of always wanted to do like a stage name. Not really. I guess it's more like a creative project. I don't want people to call me Disco Cowboy. I think maybe just something I would be associated with. But yeah, just something I've always wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I will do that.
No, I think it's cool. I really like it.
Thanks,
So what got you into making music?
When I was like younger, like last week, no, when I was like 8, or like that age, I always remember like being in the car with my parents, like listening to like whatever they had on in the radio, and like always like trying to break apart the parts and like seeing how it all came together. But I didn't really have any notion of what that meant. I was just like, this is something I like to do. It's fun. And when my stepdad moved into my mom's house, he brought this like super bright blue Stratocaster guitar, and he was like, don't touch it. And I was like, all I want to do is touch that guitar so bad. So I think I got away with like strumming it a couple times with my finger when they were in sleep, but he got me one, him and my mom did, when I was like 11, and I couldn't put it down since then. And from there I was just like, I want to learn like every instrument I can now. So yeah, that's how.
Aw, that's very sweet. You recently released a song called Don't Be a Stranger, which I love that song, by the way. I've been listening to it like on repeat. But I wanted to ask, what does that song mean to you? Or is there any inspiration behind creating it?
Yeah. So thank you for listening to it and liking it. That's awesome. Yeah, I wrote that song last winter. And I was basically like in this big like existential like pit of like, I don't know what's happening right now. I just remember watching like living around the city, because I'd never like lived in the city before, and I just remember being like, God, everyone is so mean to each other. Like I feel like I'm just watching everyone be so mean to each other. So I was like, I need to get this out of me, or else it's just gonna end up making me like so cynical. And I guess where like the term "don't be a stranger" comes in is like there's this paradox where you're sitting here watching this like super mean world, but like you have to like make this choice to not be a stranger to it, to like really throw yourself into it and just try and be the best person you can be, even if the world seems like it doesn't want you at all. And yeah, that's basically what that means. And it's something that my Mimi and my pops, my grandparents say a lot as well to me. I actually have it tattooed on my body. but like, yeah, that's what that song means, and I love that song.
Nice. I think that's really cool. I think that's something a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah.
So what are some of your goals in making music?
Oh, I really just want to better understand myself and to like share my stories with people and I guess connect with people through that. Music is like my like the most mindful thing I do for myself. I think it really like forces me to self-reflect and evaluate why I felt certain things in certain situations, and overall like really requires me to be very vulnerable, which is not something I do a lot. So it's like it's awesome because it's like my healing place, but it's also like my arcade. I can like go crazy and like do like really fun things, or I can like completely like get over a breakup making a song. Like it's awesome. I highly recommend music to everybody. Yeah, but ultimately I just want to like share my stories and connect with people, and hopefully like really start to understand myself through the stories I tell.
Definitely. That's a great answer to that question.
Thanks.
So, what is on your Spotify Wrapped for 2020?
Everyone wants to know.
Yes.
Okay. I'd have to say my third artist on my top artist, I would not be mentioning. They got canceled over the summer. I must listen to them a lot before then. They still made it, but I don't give clout to people that act like that. So, top artist, we got Phoebe Bridgers, of course, of course. Second, I had the 1975.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fourth, I had Slaughter Beach Dog, who I just learned about this year, and oh my God, I love them. They're awesome. And then fifth, I had Harry Styles, which was really surprising to me, but I'm not mad about it. Like, he's awesome. My top songs were Motion Sickness, Never Met by American Football, Kyoto, Phoebe.
Oh my God.
Golden by Harry Styles, and Golden Green by Slaughter Beach Dog, which is an awesome song, and I think everyone should listen to it. But those are my top songs. I'm kind of like the friend that always gets past the aux chord. So you always got to play something that everyone like knows. That's probably why a couple of those are up there, but I love them nonetheless. They're great songs.
It's awesome. I'll have to check out some of those that you mentioned. I haven't heard them yet.
Oh, awesome.
I will. So if you could listen to one artist on repeat for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
This question is so mean. It's so mean. It's like if you ask a mom to pick her favorite child. Like, this was like, I read that question and I was like, this is messed up. I did settle on an answer though. I said Phoebe Bridgers. But that would really, if this scenario were true, it would definitely tear me up. But at the same time, I guess being torn up is a great time to listen to Phoebe Bridgers. So I'm gonna stick with her for now. Love that girl.
Same. That's a great choice.
And I think our last question is, who is your skeleton? What is their name?
Her name's Lisbon. Oh no, come back. she has my hair on her.
Oh.
It was a rough time. This is her. She's great. She's our house mascot slash child slash this crazy girl. She's always bringing the party. I'll tell you that. But yeah, this is Lisbon.
Cool hair.
Yeah, someone knitted her a vest.
Oh wow, that's wild.
Yeah, just wanted to give her some screen time. I feel like she needs some more appreciation, especially since she's going to be left here for like a month.
For sure. I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for talking to us, and thanks for the great performance as well.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. Thank you for the super awesome, thought-provoking questions as well.
No problem. And I guess if you want to shout out where we can find your music or where we can find your socials.
You can find my music. Just look up Disco Cowboy on Spotify, Apple Music. Also have some really cringy high school stuff on SoundCloud if you want to get secondhand embarrassment. And I'm on Instagram at disco_cowboy_. Yeah, but message me if you want my TikTok.
Awesome. Yeah, and best of luck for future projects as well. We'll definitely be listening to everything you create.
And wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Back to you, Nick.
And we're back. Hello. You can hear me this time. I used my noggin. You're welcome. But welcome back to the Under the Covers concert series. I'm Nick. This is hosted by Austin Underground. In case you were wondering, it says it right. No, I had it right that time. Austin Underground, featuring UTalent Records artists like Disco Cowboy. Make sure to check out Disco Cowboy. That was an incredible interview. My favorite part was when she recommended music, just music in general. Kind of sad because I was going to recommend music. If you guys haven't heard of music before, oh, it's so good. It's so good. You guys are missing out. Oh, geez. I listen to music all the time. So it's so good. God. So good. Maybe we'll have some tonight. Maybe we will. And by maybe, I mean we will. We will absolutely have more music coming up. In about 2 minutes, we will have another concert by Latu, who will be wrapping up the night for us. I'm really excited for this concert. I'm still perplexed by Lisbon the Skeleton. I don't know if you guys are also, and how long Disco Cowboy's hair are they? All right. I think this has to be it. I think Lisbon the Skeleton and Disco Cowboy are actually like siblings. So it's not really her hair. It's like they just, they grew out. It grows out the same. It's the same color. You know how siblings have like normal hair? I don't know. I don't have a sibling. I wouldn't know. I have a dog. We don't have the same color hair. I'm not sure that's how it works. I haven't taken biology in like 3 years, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I doubt. Definitely, there's no way that's actually Disco Cowboy's hair on Lisbon the Skeleton. If it is, I'm gonna be thinking about that in my nightmares. That's gonna be. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, we have another incredible concert for you tonight. It has been 2 minutes and I am done talking, and we're going to take it right to Latu for an incredible performance and an interview right afterwards. So stay tuned. Enjoy this concert, this performance by Latu. I'm Nick. I'll be back later. Have fun, guys.
It's true. that all that you know is all that you want. You said that is all that you want and more. Fuck off and pull another drain. Tell me what you think. You know that I'm too drunk to talk right now. You put your cigarette out on my face, so beautiful. Please, woman, don't break your back for me, and I'll put you out of your misery. Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on this all damn day. Call me in the morning, tell me how last night went. I'm here, but don't count on me to stay a little longer. If you convince me, tell me all the things that you have against me. Every time we make up, the truth is faded. Everybody's blind when the view's amazing. Damn, who are we right now? Can we have a little conversation? Figure it out with no intoxication. We carry on, what is our motivation? We'll never run, how the hell we gonna make it? Maybe we used to this. Tell me, what are we to do? It's like we only play to lose, yeah. Chasing pain with an excuse. I love that shit and so do you. But don't break your back for me, and I'll put you out of your misery. Tell me that it's all okay. I've been waiting on this all damn day. Call me in the morning, tell me how last night went. I'm here, but don't count on me to stay.
And that, my friends, was Latu. Incredible performance, incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed. Welcome back to the Undercovers concert series. You saw me like 5 minutes ago. You know who I am. Hopefully by now I've introduced myself maybe 6 times. I will introduce myself another 6 times in the next 10 minutes, probably. And if I don't, sue me. Anyway, we have an incredible interview coming up soon. I'm checking with my production staff to make sure that that they're ready for us. Let's check it out. Let's see. I'm gonna hop in there, see if they're ready. It looks like they are, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, guys. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right. I'll switch it over to you guys.
Hi, that was an awesome performance.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, what inspired you to start making music?
I guess music has always been played around my house. I think that's kind of a generic answer, but maybe something more distinct is that I moved to the US at the age of 8, and it was a foreign environment, obviously. I moved from the UK, and things were pretty different. But for me, music was a way to kind of ease the process of adapting. I joined some school ensembles, an a cappella group, and things of that nature. So for me, music was always a method of kind of adapting to new environments.
Nice. So who are your musical inspirations?
I think the person who's probably most influenced the music that I produce is Ed Sheeran. I think he's the first artist that I truly loved every single song on one of their albums. I think the Multiply album was probably that album for me. But Ed Sheeran and musicians that have a similar kind of sound to him. So Shawn Mendes as well, and Leon Bridges too.
All of those artists are just absolutely amazing. So, based off of those influences, how would you describe your music to someone who's never heard it before?
Um, I think a word that I might use is uplifting. I like to think that uh, people who listen to my music generally feel happy when they listen to it. Um, but I then again feel my style is kind of constantly changing. So it may not be the case tomorrow or the day after. But I think that my music as uplifting is something that hopefully stays more constant.
Yeah, so I looked at your Instagram and I noticed that you have a lot of locations in your bio. Has traveling a lot influenced the type of music that you make?
For sure. So the places that I have listed in my Instagram bio are places that I've lived. And I think one of the places that had the biggest influence on me was living in New Mexico, because I went to an international school there and there were students from around 90 countries. And this was obviously a new experience for me. But I noticed that music was a uniting factor. Like all of us enjoy music from our respective cultures. And so I picked up a lot of different musicians to listen to at that school and had some cool songwriting experiences there as well, which I'm very thankful that I've had.
So what kind of projects are you working on? I know that you recently just put out a new single.
Yeah, so I'm almost at the stage of putting it out, but by the time the new year rolls around, hopefully I'll have one single released, and then in the following months I'll plan on releasing another two.
Nice. What kind of singles, what kind of vibe do they give off?
That's a good question. Hopefully I'll post some snippets of them on my Instagram soon enough, but kind of some of them are more laid back and others have a more like up tempo feel. Still kind of uplifting in the same style that I mentioned earlier, but I think that's all I can do in terms of like describing it. It's kind of hard, but yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about posting clips on your social media. Where can people find you on your social media?
So I think the best way is probably my Instagram, which is Rigzin_Latu, and that is RIGZIN_LHATOO. So that's basically my name. My stage name is Latu, which is basically a stylized version of my last name. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah. What made you choose to do a stylized version of your last name?
I don't know. I couldn't really think of anything better. And it was kind of in the heat of the moment, and I was submitting it, my first single for distribution. And so I was with my brother, and he just gave me that idea, and I was like, I might as well run with it. So
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. This last question I have is kind of a softball question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I think probably something to do with knowledge. I wouldn't want to know everything because I think that would kind of um, have a negative effect. But I want to know about whether aliens exist, firstly. Secondly, whether there are parallel universes. And thirdly, whether time travel will ever be possible. Um, but yeah, probably those three things, among others.
That's a really interesting superpower. I think that's a pretty good one.
Thank you.
I think that's all the questions that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. Good talking to you.
So we can look forward to new music from you in the future. Back to you, Nick.
And we're back with Nick. Hello. Another great interview. Thank you so much, Latu, for joining us. Yeah, guys, that seems to be the last artist we have for the Under the Covers concert series. I've hoped that you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I've enjoyed it immensely. Talking with you guys in the chat, chatting it up, listening to these great performances, hearing these incredible answers from their interviews. So if you enjoyed your time here, if you enjoyed hearing these artists. Make sure to follow them at all those places that they were talking about, all their social medias, listening to them on Spotify and all the different places that people listen to music. And then also, if you want to know more about what's happening with Austin music with the 512, make sure to drop a subscribe on YouTube, drop a follow if you're on Twitch, drop a like if you're on Facebook, drop a follow on Instagram, is that a friend? Wait, is it friend on drop a do we have a Twitter? Follow us on Twitter. If there's a social media platform, we have one of those, and you should follow it, because then you get to hear me sound ridiculous all the time and talk about music, and maybe you want to hear about music, and maybe you want to chat about music, and maybe that's something that's going to happen. Who knows? You should stick around for more. So, from all of us here at Austin Underground and on behalf of UTalent Records, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And a big shout out to all the artists for joining us tonight. I know they live incredibly busy lives, and for them to take some time out and to join us, all such incredible people. I've had such a great time getting to know them and meeting with them a few times, and I hope that we we hear more music from them in the future. We have all this new music coming out soon, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hear it. I'm so excited to follow their careers and see what happens in the future. But from all of us here, thank you so much. And this is Nick signing off. Good night, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good winter. Have a good year. Life. Eon. Is that a measure of time? I don't know. The street, it's over. Get out of here. Good night. What are you still doing? Good. Wait.